Out of the 19,354 cities in the United States, I have only lived in one. Hi, my name is Heather Chaffin, and yep, the 417 is more like 417 24/7 to me, and I hope that after this, you too can experience 417 24/7 just like me. 24/7 is often referred to as a concept of time, that of being a business or a place being open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But I urge you to step out of your comfort zone and allow 24/7 to be a concept of acceptance and inclusion. You see, the 417 should be available to everyone, not just the people with the 9-to-5 workday or the income to pay to be included. For me, the 417 has been all I've ever known. I grew up in Springfield, Missouri, and currently attend Kickapoo High School. Now, my freshman year, my mom signed me up for a career readiness program called Kickapoo U. As a requirement of Kickapoo U, I completed 3 job shadow experiences. Now, I love to design, so naturally I thought of interior design. My first job shadow was with an interior design / furniture store where I even went on a house call with a lady to see the house that she was hoping to remodel. Now, my second job shadow was with an interior design professor at Missouri State University. Now, I sat in on a couple of her classes, and in her lecture class in particular, she started talking about carpet. And I distinctively remember thinking in that moment, do I really want to be talking about carpet for the rest of my life? And the answer was simply no. It wasn't until my junior year when I began to realize what I wanted to do. I joined an international organization called DECA, which is a business organization for marketing students. I signed up to compete and ended up doing really well. I made it to nationals and fell in love with the creative aspect of marketing. In addition, I had an English class that broadened my horizons on writing. I began to see the creativity in writing as well, and from that moment on, I knew I had embarked on something special. Now, even though Kickapoo U wasn't the outlet that helped me to see what I wanted to pursue, it did still impact me. For all I know, if I hadn't had those prior job shadow experiences, I would still be thinking that I love interior design and miss out on the wonderful opportunities and experiences that I've had through both marketing and English. Now, this all led to my internship. At the summer before this year, we were tasked with finding a business and an employer to intern with. And the more I thought about it, the more I began to realize that a magazine would be the perfect fit for me. I started interning at 417 Magazine in August, where I started my adventure there with the digital department. Now, with the digital department, they showed me the different websites and software that they use to update their own website along with the digital calendar. Now, this digital calendar is the one up on the screen and can be found on the 417 Magazine website. Now, this calendar is used as a tool for the community in order to see all the events occurring in the local area, along with being a tool to input your own events. Now, I was impressed with this digital calendar. One of my jobs as intern was to look up events to input into this calendar. And let me just tell you, this town is a lot less boring than I had originally thought. There are so many fun things to do on a daily basis, but why had I not known about this before? One of my other jobs as intern was to help create the copy for the weekly e-newsletter called Weekend Pass. Weekend Pass highlights the top 5 things to do in the local area each weekend. Now, I was impressed with the digital calendar and Weekend Pass, and thought about why I hadn't heard of these things before. Logistically, 417 Magazine can be accessed at any time, but only for a select group of people. Now we realize that 24/7 is more than just a time frame, but it's the inclusion of everyone all the time. Teenagers and college students do not have 24/7 access to 417 Magazine, and I was concerned, because in my opinion, teenagers are always looking for fun things to do, and the conversation more often than not goes something like this. Hey, do you want to do something? Yeah, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, there's nothing fun to do in Springfield. But I discovered firsthand that apparently there is. I just didn't know the right place to look, and I fear that many other high school and college students don't either. While working at 417 Magazine, I was shown statistics for the people who buy their magazine. Their target market is women between the ages of around 25 to 45 years old. One of their lowest audiences is below the age of 22 years old. Now, this makes sense. College and high school students aren't typically buying magazines, mainly because we're all broke, but I started thinking about this and technology, and the fact that everyone is always saying that print is dying. How is 417 Magazine going to survive if this younger generation isn't interacting with their print material at all, and is instead solely focused on technology. If print is going to survive, they must focus and appeal to the future now, the newest generation, also known as Generation Z. Now, I won't go into as much detail as I researched, but to summarize, Generation Z is currently between the ages of around 10 to 21 years old. Throughout my research, I realized that Generation Z can be described by wanting originality, adventure, options, security, and freedom. Businesses are currently struggling in their marketing efforts for the simple fact that they do not fully understand this new group. And what results are companies who do not know how to get the attention of this new group and do not know how to get them to buy. And what we are finding is that if you want to be successful, you must fully understand this group and successfully market to them now. Now, like I said, I was impressed with the digital calendar and thought about ways to update and improve it. By using traits and characteristics of Generation Z, I was able to effectively create a tool to hopefully bridge this gap between Generation Z and 417 magazine. In order to combat the problem of lack of knowledge of 24/7 community events, or fun things to do, so to speak, along with the fact that 417 magazine needs to start marketing to this younger generation, I created a solution. My solution is an app for the person on the go with nowhere to go. The 24/7 solution for 417 magazine. So this is how my app would work. Basically, you would download the app and it would prompt you to create an account and fill out a questionnaire. And this questionnaire would ask you a variety of questions to further gain insight on your activity preferences in order to provide you with a more customized experience. Now, my app would be comprised of 5 major areas, the first one being events of the day, the main 417 calendar, the My Calendar tab, the My Friends tab, and the Challenge of the Day. So the first thing that you would see on the app would be the events of the day, which would highlight the top 3 to 5 things to do each day, specific to you based on your geographical location, the internet, and your personal preferences stated in the questionnaire. Now, just below that would be the main 417 calendar, which would be the same calendar on the 417 magazine website, except in mobile form. Now, by using the My Calendar tab, you would be able to add events or the desired events onto your own calendar to create a more personalized calendar for yourself. By clicking on each one of these events, you'd be able to see the description of the event, along with it being linked to Google Maps in order to create a quick and easy access to the event's location. Now, I think one of the most unique aspects of this app is the Challenge of the Day aspect, which would invite users to participate in different 417 magazine events, such as a social media scavenger hunt, which would invite users to take a picture with the latest issue of 417 magazine at a specific featured location. Now, there would also be other games and competitions that would bring this generation closer to 417 magazine, featuring different local businesses that would pay to be featured. Now, by using the My Friends tab, you would be able to invite and compete against your other friends who are also using this app. Now, in order to spread the word of this new unleashing of this app, we would provide and host different local community and college promotions in order to hopefully bring Generation Z to 417 magazine. Now, I know that this promotion and marketing strategy would be successful because with a community-based company such as 417 magazine, Generation Z now has 24/7 access to 417 magazine, therefore including everyone and allowing this community to truly be 417 24/7. Thank you.